Hello, people of YouTube. My name is Steve Gray, and thank you for watching. Today, we're going to be talking about Final Space Season 3, Episode 9, and I feel there's just so much going on in this episode. So I'm probably going to do what I typically do. We'll do a little bit of a summary, and then we'll kind of get into my thoughts about the episode. So the premise behind this entire episode is that we need to get out of final space, and we're finally going to have the ability to get out of final space by activating this kind of interdimensional hyperspace bridge. I forgot the exact name of it. The name of the episode is the name of the bridge as well. But the issue that we run into is that somebody in, their dimension that's outside of final space needs to activate it on their end, and then they need to activate it on their end for them to connect to ultimately get out of final space. And they only have one phone call. So Kevin Van Newton's like, yeah, we have one phone call. So anybody know anybody? And Gary's like, oh, no, everybody I know is dead. Everybody's like, oh, no, everybody I know is dead. Because, obviously everybody they knew was on Earth, and Earth is no longer a thing. So everybody they knew they was dead. And it's a time-sensitive thing, too. Time definitely plays a large factor in this season where they only have a certain amount of time to do things. Earth is actually collapsing because, it's dying in final space. Everything on it is dead, and it's pretty much going to crumble and blow up within 4 hours. So within 4 hours, they need to round everybody up, make sure they have everybody, and get everyone out of final space. And they contact Tripe, Bohr, and Quattro. They are out liberating everybody. They actually decide to take turns being the liberator, like they alternate days, and then they have Saturday off or something. I think is how they do that. And I thought that was funny because the show also airs on Saturday nights. And they end up getting all the people that are trapped in final space and get them out of final space. So yes, they do contact someone. They get it activated on this kind of ice Hoth-like planet. Very much reminds you of, as I said, Hoth in Star Wars. If you're familiar with Star Wars, kind of looks like that. And then who did they contact? That's the real question. Ash brings it up. They contact Clarence. So we haven't seen Clarence since the end of Season 2, since he betrayed everybody. Betrayed his friends, his family, and a couple of the characters don't know who Clarence is. They kind of explain it in the situation, but they contact him, and then he says he's going to do it. And then he leaves all of this stuff to his robot. And the robot's like, really? You spent your entire time, doing this, basically, working hard to get all of this stuff. And then Clarence is like, well, at the end of the day, it's only stuff. Friends and family are more important. So it's kind of nice to see Clarence get his little bit of a redemption in the episode as well. The episode kind of grinds to a halt when he's talking about some sort of Clarence nugget that's not actually a nugget. It's supposed to be some joke or something, but it definitely, it was unnecessary. It did not need to be in there. I think they were just trying to get a little bit of a comic relief, even though this is definitely more of a serious episode. So he goes to the planet, and guess who he meets there? Pretty much every major side character ever. The De Winters are there. A giant octopus woman that he married is there. She wants a divorce. Todd H. Watson is there. He wants to stop him from killing Gary. Sammy is there. We saw Sammy in Season 2 as well. He wants pretty much everybody that hates Gary or hates Clarence is there. And the reason that they're there is because when they sent that message to Clarence, it was projected throughout pretty much the entire galaxy. So anybody that wanted to listen to it could. I guess that's just how the message worked. They couldn't pinpoint it to one specific person 100%. Well, they kind of did, but it basically just kind of went out to everybody. And it was kind of nice because Clarence got to see Ash all grown up before what happens inevitably happens. And that is that Clarence ends up dying. So Frankenhauer, if you're familiar with him, that was the guy that had a hand, he's got 4 million hands growing out of his butt. He comes to help Clarence fight all of these people off. Clarence ends up dying. Todd H. Watson ends up dying. The De Winter and the Octopus Lady end up getting together and going off. Now they got a new mom, so they're good to go for the foreseeable future. It's like all these kind of side characters kind of got their ending, is the best way to describe it. Sammy just dies. Sammy's like, over my dead body, and then everybody unloads on him. I thought that was pretty hilarious. The evil Kevin robots that also showed up that I forgot to mention. also end up getting destroyed by Frankenhauer as well. And then Clarence activates the beacon. Although, Todd H. Watson thinks that he killed him and killed Gary in the process. And they kind of have this like heart-to-heart moment where he was like, look, the loved ones that you lost from them, what are they going to say when they realize that, what you become? Like, they're not going to like the person you become. I've been there. I am there. And this is me, kind of like my last leg. So I didn't think Clarence was actually going to die, but watching the preview, Todd does end up dying, and so does Clarence as well. So, both of their arcs are kind of done. 9 out of 10, they are not coming back. So that gives you a little bit of concern, because I was expecting them to play kind of a role in season 4. We have, throughout the multiple Facebook posts, seen that season 4 is eventually going to happen. We just do not know when. So you can get your hopes up there. Give it another, I'm guessing, a year break. Most likely you're going to be looking at a year break. Yeah, so they get all these people back to, we'll call it Gary's dimension for right now, out of Final Space. Tribor goes there, Quattro goes there. But the main team squad, Quinn actually says, look, we have this ability. Kevin Van Newton said he designed the Kevins to kind of fight off Titans and kill all Titans initially, but he never got to activate it. And the goal now is to activate all of the Kevins, have them combined together, and use their ability to kill Titans, which is kind of funny because nobody thinks of Kevin as a serious character, but at the same time, he is a very strong robot. If you think about it, you look at the defective Kevins all kind of joining together to become a bigger Kevin that is very strong. Kevin can survive in space, Final Space, no problem whatsoever. He's practically invincible, being a robot. So it kind of makes sense that he might have the ability to actually defeat Titans. So we're definitely going to see a bunch of Kevins join together to defeat and kill some Titans. The goal is, if they kill all the Titans, Invictus isn't going to have an army of Titans to stop anybody, and that's all she wrote. Biscuits does not make an appearance in this episode at all. I feel like they just forgot about Biscuits. It's kind of weird that we haven't seen Biscuits. Like Biscuits was supposed to be like this, kind of like the new cute character of the season, and we haven't seen Biscuits in like 3 or 4 episodes at this point. So like, where is he? Like, is he just like hiding in a ship? Has he been taking a nap the entire time? We don't really know 100%. My guess is Cheryl is probably going to, like, I hate to say ditch the team squad, but as you can see from the thumbnail, that was kind of like the last, we're doing this in the episode, and she was not part of that. So my guess is that Cheryl is like, look, a lot of us are susceptible to Final Space poisoning. We need to get out of here. And we actually get to see Gary lift up his sleeve, and he's hiding his Final Space poisoning from Quinn as well. So Gary is slowly dying. He only has so much time, and I'm guessing the other members are slowly getting Final Space poisoning as well. They've been there for a while at this point, so they only have so much time. Literally, they have 4 hours to try to kill all the Titans and get out of there so they're not trapped in Final Space forever, because the Earth is going to ultimately crumble and blow up. We learned that in this episode, that there was 4 hours left. We don't know how much time has actually passed in the episode, but they got to get the Kevins together, defeat all the Titans. Bolo might end up dying in the process as well. I think there is a good possibility, even though Bolo is on their side, that because of the activation of Kevins, that he may end up having to destroy them or something along those lines. We don't really know, because but we don't really know what's going on with Bolo either. We haven't really seen him since they kind of cured his insanity. We know he's off killing Titans somewhere. That's about it. He's just trying to get rid of as many Titans as possible. We do see the Lord Commander a little bit in the beginning of this episode as well. He's going to probably be a problem next episode, because Zombie Gary comes and kind of like takes full control of Lord Commander, choking him out, slamming him things. He's like, you keep failing me, you keep failing me. What is going to happen here? And he was like, I know, I got to get Mooncake. Where are they? I'm going to go get them right now. So Lord Commander's probably going to show up next episode. That's going to be a problem. We also don't know how much time has passed, because Invictus gave Ash 3 days for an answer. So I don't think Ash is going to go with Invictus at this point in time. It doesn't seem like it's going to be in her character. But who knows? We don't know if there's ever going to be another meeting or something, or Invictus is going to like kind of try to get into her mind. Maybe take all of her new abilities away. I could see that happening too. Because why would Invictus want to have her keep her second eye in her kind of adult body when she isn't going to join Invictus and be useful to it. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays, a part in the next couple episodes as well. We got 4 episodes left. We'll see where this season wraps up. I'm hoping if Invictus isn't defeated, I'm hoping we kill pretty much all of the Titans and get out of final space. That's kind of where this season is leading to, is ultimately getting out of final space. Hopefully Gary doesn't die like he has millions of times in the past, because if he does die, I mean, we're just kind of watching the story that's played out over and over and over again, and then now there's an actual portal to get out of final space. So if they capture Mooncake and get Invictus free, Invictus now has a way to get to the regular dimension and just take over everything, which will be a major problem for everybody, and a lot of people are going to die. And that's kind of where Quinn was coming to with, let's activate the Kevins, let's activate the Titan Killers, because if we do that, a lot less people will die in the process. She's like, we can go there, but ultimately we're just going to be waiting for the Titans to invade us and kill us, and there's really nothing we're going to be able to do about it, because, everything that we need to defeat the Titans is here. It's already right in front of us. We might as well activate it, get things going. I think that's where we're probably going to end this review. Excellent episode overall. This one's getting a 9 out of 10. Only reason it's not getting a 10 out of 10 is because, you get those stale jokes in there that are, like, killing the episode, that are kind of unnecessary with this stupid nugget thing that they did a couple of times. I was like, why do you need to make Clarence funny? I understand he was a little bit of a comedic relief in the second season, but, like, this is his redemption arc right here. Just let it go. Let him get redeemed. He died. A lot of these side characters die that I thought we were going to see again. Todd is never going to be a problem again. Clarence is never going to be a problem again. The De Winter is probably never going to be a problem again. Sammy's probably never going to be a problem again. Frankenhauer may show up at some point in time. He's still alive. He didn't die. Evil Kevins are currently down for the count as well. So we'll see. Maybe the De Winters will show up one more time to try to defeat Gary, but he found a new love, so my guess is that ain't going to happen. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. While you're down there, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, leave a like as well. My name is Steve Gray. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one.